Pressure from Thomas off the edge. Eli Manning stays on his feet. Airs it out down the field. It is caught by Tyree. Inside the 25 and a timeout taken. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York. Brady steps up, throws, downfield, broken up. 2 seconds left as the Giants take over. They run out the clock.
The NuChannel Sports Podcast presents We Talk, and on this edition of We Talk the 07 New England Patriots. Please hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Follow us if you're on Instagram. The 07 New England Patriots, 16-0, will go on to the Super Bowl and lose to the New York Giants, the Eli Manning-led New York Giants. The Patriots, to me, in my eyes, are the greatest team to ever not win a Super Bowl, right? They had Tom Brady. They had Randy Moss. The weird thing about Randy Moss is that he's on a 16-0 team and a 15-1 team that were not able to win championships. That's when he was in Minnesota and when he went to New England. But I mean, I remember that season vividly because I was really watching it. And I remember when they beat the Baltimore Ravens, and there was a lot of controversy in that game of how they beat them at the end there. But as soon as they won that game, I said, oh yeah, for sure, they're going to go undefeated. Then if we all remember, they played the New York Giants in the last game of the season and beat them. But that gave the New York Giants the blueprint, if you would say, of how to beat the Patriots, and they would go on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And, you know, people want to talk about Eli Manning all the time about how he beat them, but that front four, that front four was really the catalyst in what was able to beat that New England Patriots team and, you know, dismantle their perfect season.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that Randy Moss team because I remember that's the Yikes, it's the Vikes that they printed. I think it was an Atlanta newspaper that did that. But it's just amazing to me that Randy Moss was on both of those teams and didn't win. But the interesting part about the Patriots, if you just mentioned it, was that Week 16 game because a couple of seasons later, the Colts were 15-0. And they had their last game, and they could have tried to go for 16-0. They're like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. We saw what happened with the Giants and the Patriots. We're going to go ahead and rest our guys. So I think that final game is what stands out to me even more so than that ridiculously, egregiously lucky pass that Eli threw. I think that stands out more to me.
That's funny. I think, and I might have the year wrong here, but I think that's also the year that the Giants played the Cowboys in the playoffs, and Jerry had tickets already for, I think, the NFC Championship. I might have the year wrong, but I think
you got it right.
I got it right, right? Yeah. So that's the year that's the year that he, when they had tickets already for the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl, whichever one that was. So that really ticked off the Giants. So I think some of that, because I was reading an article about Justin Tuck talking about that situation and how it really angered him. But every time he would think about that, it would really, really, really reinforce his teammates to continue playing, and they ended up beating the Cowboys and then going on and making that run. And this was a wild card team that we're talking about, the New York Giants. So my hate for the Patriots was so much at that time. I wanted somebody to beat them. I didn't care about the undefeated. I did,
including the Giants.
Yes, including the Giants.
Cowboys was rooting for the Giants.
Yes,
first, y'all.
I was.
First.
Let me tell you this. I hate the Eagles a lot more than I hate the Giants, and I hate the Giants a lot. But that hate does not equate my hate for the Patriots. It doesn't. So when they won, I was like, cool, I'm down with it, man. But it was an incredible run, but I was very satisfied when the Giants came out with that win. I'll tell you that.
I wanted to see history made. I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted to see a team actually be undefeated and be undefeated during our time, right? Everybody talks about the 1972 Miami Dolphins. The 1972 Miami Dolphins talk about the 1972 Miami Dolphins. Every time someone comes close and they fail, they pop a champagne bottle like they did something. Y'all didn't do anything. It annoys me. And I don't think we'll ever really get that close to anybody in the NFL being undefeated again. I think that was a team that was supposed to do it. Eli Manning, David Tyree, they ruined that for them, and they ruined our opportunity to see history. I mean, as many times as the Patriots have won championships, no one talks about that season. That was probably their greatest. It was their greatest season, even though they didn't win it all. That was their greatest season, man. That's the only thing they'll be talking about right now if they went undefeated.
That's probably because they lost that Super Bowl. Everyone is more the catch is what everyone remembers. So they remember that a lot more than the 17-7 or the 16-0 run, the undefeated season. So I think that's even. I really want to say that the whole world, well, most of the world, I would say, was rooting for the Patriots to lose. I would say that. So I think that's probably why that's much more remembered, that catch and that win by the New York Giants versus an undefeated season by the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I do remember a lot of people wanted the New England Patriots to fall. I do remember that, but I was one of the few that wanted to see a record blow. I mean, people still talk about New York Giants. They do, but can you imagine what we'll be talking about if they won that Super Bowl? Yeah. Imagine where Tom Brady would be at right now, even though he's like all the way up there.
I've got a nasty taste in my mouth right now.
You know what I would want to ask Tom Brady if I ever had a chance to interview him? I'd say, good old Tom, would you trade that comeback against the Atlanta Falcons to get that undefeated season? I'd be interested to know his answer.
Knowing Tom, because Tom's a competitor.
Right.
That was that Atlanta win was probably the most satisfying Super Bowl win the guy has had. I mean, you coming off of Deflategate and all that from the years prior to that, and then being down 28, and everyone counted out the Patriots, including me. I was counting out the Patriots. I was like, good job, Atlanta. But once the game plan changed and I saw that they were doing the exact opposite of what they were doing in the first half, I knew it was over. But I think Tom Brady would actually take that Atlanta win over that undefeated season.
That's a very good question. I don't know what he will say. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what he will say.
The guy plays like he's been bullied in high school.
I think he would actually take that win against the Giants. Just because what's that? The Giants are 2-0 against them, right? Against the Patriots.
Yeah.
I think he would want what? The fact that Eli Manning can walk up to him right now and say, I beat you twice in the Super Bowl, that might rub Tom Brady the wrong way.
You're probably right.
He probably would want that one.
You're probably right.
For sure. Just because of that reason alone.
Yeah.
How can you have Eli Manning walk up to you and say, I beat you twice?
Of all people.
Of all people. He'll probably come back and say, well, I beat your brother plenty of times too. So. All right. This has been We Talk, presented by the NuChannel Sports Podcast. If you're listening to us on YouTube, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications. If you listen to us on Instagram, follow us. We bring out sports content daily. This has been Onyi, joined by Big Low and Chris. We're out until next time.